So you have to be practical. The new owners of the Celtics are cutting costs everywhere. They're looking to reduce the payroll because they don't have much liquidity because all of it was used to buy the team in the first place, $6 billion. So they're not actively trying to win the championship. The new owner is just looking to make a profit and not necessarily have to spend a lot of money to win because he's in the hole at the current time, liquidity wise, cash wise. So when you don't even resign Porzingis, when you don't even resign um, Horford, you're not trying to win. When Drew Holiday leaves, there's a fourth player who's leaving too. I mean, Jason Tatum has a torn ACL. Just they're more about saving money in the meantime than trying to win. So you just have to be practical. I mean, Kobe, Bean, Bryant, Beantown, it made sense. Lakers, Celtics, it made sense. Monster blockbuster matchup, it made sense. But ultimately, the Celtics have gone in a different direction, and the commissioner is going to want the matchup that is going to foster the most international viewership. And in a way, we did kind of have some international interest. I'm in last year's finals. I'm not sure how much fan interest SGA garnered in Canada. If anyone really cared about SGA winning a title as a Canadian, basically it's been a big part of this association. LUKA Slovenia 2024. We had Serbia and Nikola Jokic in 2023, and then Giannis in 2021. So international viewership is now such a big part in the NBA's business and revenue uh, platform. So you include Giannis from Greece, you include Luka from Slovenia. That finals is going to garner a lot of fan interest from Europe. Not one, but two European superstars, Giannis from Greece and Luka from Slovenia. So Adam Silver is absolutely going to take advantage of the fan interest in Europe that can be garnered from having two European superstars in the NBA Finals. So that's what makes this matchup very practical. And now I believe CP3 is going to join the Bucks. Two former Lakers players are on the Bucks. Taurean Prince and NBA champion Kyle Kuzma. Darvin Ham, assistant coach, is still the assistant coach of Doc Rivers, former coach of the Lakers. You notice something about the Lakers and the Bucks? Those are the two NBA Cup winning teams. We can have our two NBA Cup winners face off in the NBA Finals next year. Now, I don't give a damn what anybody says. This is GOAT LeBron's last year. This is GOAT LeBron's last year. It is not his last year. I don't believe for a second this is his last year. GOAT King LeBron beats the Knicks in 2027. He beats his former coach, Mike Brown, in the Knicks in 2027. They're absolutely planning on Knicks Lakers. I'm just of the view that the theory is still the same for the GOAT King LeBron prophecy. So the Kobe Bean Bryant Beantown theory obviously goes away, is sent to the trash can. I still of the belief that the sixth ring is going to happen at the birthplace of Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So by committee, Goat King LeBron beats the Knicks in 2027. Mike Brown falls short his first year, but then year two, Mike Brown and the New York Knicks make it to the finals in 2027. And that's where we get our Mike Brown gematria. And basically 2027, the Knicks fall 2-7 in the finals. 2027, Mike Brown, Goat King LeBron beats Mike Brown in 2027. And so the other teams that could make it to the finals is on the eastern side, the Knicks, the Magic, the Cavs, and the Bucks are my big four teams that are the contenders of next year's Eastern Conference. Orlando shaped up, so they'll be in the second round next year. The Orlando Magic, will they be in the conference finals? We'll see, but they'll be in the second round of the playoffs. Lakers are going to win the championship at Staples Center against Milwaukee. The title will be clinched at Staples Center. So I think it probably is going to be Lakers in 6 over the Bucks. They'll beat the Bucks in 6 games. And now what's interesting is that DeAndre Ayton can get revenge against Milwaukee. So this Lakers Bucks matchup, it's got everything. It's got the king against the freak. Marketing for the finals won't be an issue like Thunder Pacers. International viewership with LUKA and GIANNIS, obviously. And then, one of the newest arenas, the latest infrastructure, Fiserv Forum. It has been open since 2018, 2019. And revenge against Darvin Ham, the players who couldn't stand Darvin Ham. So Austin Reeves, Hachimura, who else? Vanderbilt was on those teams. Who else? Gabe Vincent was his first year was with Darvin Ham. So we have quite a bit of players on the Jackson Hayes. So there's quite a bit of players who fell out with Darvin Ham, who want to be sure that Darvin Ham doesn't win another ring as an assistant coach. But I believe they are setting the script in motion. Giannis is about to leave. Goat King LeBron is about to leave. Both guys staying. Giannis says he's going to stay. And then the Greek god wins the East. Again. And Chris Paul is going to go to the Bucks, born on 5-6. Chris Paul is going to be the guy that's going to team up. You've got your big men, Miles Turner and Giannis, dominating, rebounding, blocking shots, second chance points, all this good stuff. Miles Turner, 3-point shot, better outside shooter than Giannis. Then you've got your creative playmaker, Chris Paul, out there. Bobby Portis is still there. Bobby Portis Jr. No Cunningham, no Middleton, but it's Giannis, the Greek god. And Lakers' last title in front of fans occurred against Doc Rivers in 2010. Lakers' last title in front of fans. This time we're not talking about Goat King LeBron's last title in front of fans. We're talking about the LA Lakers franchise last title in front of spectators. Doc Rivers was the coach of the Celtics, and now they beat Doc Rivers again. DeAndre Ayton revenge against the Bucks is my favorite storyline. DeAndre Ayton outscored Milwaukee when he was on the bench because of foul trouble. Phoenix Suns got outscored by Milwaukee. But when DeAndre Ayton was on the floor, they outscored the Bucks, the loser Phoenix Suns. They outscored the Bucks with DeAndre Ayton. That's what he's going to do. The refs are going to call good game where Ayton is not getting in foul trouble and he's able to make a difference against Milwaukee. Who's going to be the Hachimura is going to counter and face up against Miles Turner? I ain't got no problems with how the matchups work in favor of the Lakers. No issue whatsoever. Giannis is number 34. Obviously, the king is Camacho 34, 3 years and 4 months after becoming the scoring king, surpassing Kareem, who played on the Bucks, who won his first ring with the Bucks. Goat in the bond is going to beat Milwaukee. Bucks is 56-11. So that's his 5-6 finals record. This is his 11th NBA Finals appearance. The new owner, Mark Walter. Mark Walter is born on 1-1. That's January the 1st. That's Forms 11. That's Gematria Bucks right there. So it's just not practical to expect the Celtics to do anything this year. The favorite matchups will be anybody in the West against the Cavs, and the Knicks are the top two favorites. But this NBA playoffs next year is going to surprise lots and lots and lots and lots of people. They're not expecting big things from the Lakers at all. They're not expecting the Bucks to be better than the Cavs or the New York Knicks next year. But I just think from an optics perspective of marketability and international viewership, that Bucks-Lakers matchup makes lots and lots of sense. DeAndre Ayton's number 22 in the Bucks fought at 2-2 in the finals. It is CP3 that's come out to 22. So that's where we get the Bucks falling the 2-2 in the NBA Finals. Ayton, number 22, makes the difference. He gets the revenge against the Bucks, the Lakers players who fell out with Darvin Ham. They get the revenge against Darvin Ham. We have Mamba-style revenge storylines. We don't get LUKA revenge against the Celtics in a rematch against the Celtics. We get a DeAndre Ayton rematch against the Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis falls to 1-1 in the NBA Finals. That's your Gematria Bucks. Giannis makes it to the finals again. He's going to lose. The Bucks is 26, and it's Goki LeBron's 26th NBA Finals win of his career. Game 1 is 56 NBA Finals game can be against the Bucks, and Bucks is Gematria 56. Lakers in 6. It's going to end at Staples. Lakers win the title at home. Lakers in 5 against the New York Knicks. So I don't know who's going to have home court between the Lakers and the Knicks. But how it's going to shape up is Goki LeBron has to clinch his 6th ring at New York City. Okay, we have the California wildfires. We have all that bad stuff. We have his first ring in front of spectators. I feel Goki LeBron is going to win the championship in front of the Lakers faithful for this 5th ring. One of the 2 rings has to be in front of the fans. It's got to be the one against the Bucks. The New York one, they have to win that one on the road because he ties Michael and Kareem at their birthplace. So that's the 6th ring. The 5th ring has to be won in front of the LA Lakers fans. Let's not forget J.J. Redick. He is the 11th pick of his draft. He played with the Bucks for 28 games, 2012, 2013. Gianna 2, Kobe 8, his second ring with the Lakers in his eighth season with LA. And how many games did the Lakers win in JJ Redick's first year? 51. The Freak is 51 in Gematria. Gianna was born on 5-1. At the beginning of this season, Gianna Bryant would have been 18 years of age if she were still alive today. Her age at the time that the season begins, she would have been 18 years of age if she were still alive this year. And then that's how you know he winning back to back. You look at Space Jam, you look at New York City, you look at LeBron James, you look at Lakers, you look at retire. All these things equal 42. That tells you the journey is here for at least 2 more years. Goat King LeBron back to back, Gianna 2. 2 rings in front of fans. You really think about Gianna number 2. This is what it's about right there for Goat King LeBron James and company. And Giannis is 4-2 in NBA Finals games. LeBron James is 42. He's 4-2. Could Giannis go for 5-2 like Kobe's 5-2 record in the finals? Will the Bucks win Game 1 of the finals? The finals will be tied 1-1. Will the Lakers come back and win 3 straight games to win the finals? Or the Lakers gonna have to come back against the Bucks? NBA, this was a trash matchup between the Thunder and the Pacers, but they still made it interesting when they had the Pacers up 2-1. So they have the ability to manipulate. But if Chris Paul doesn't play for the loser Phoenix Suns and he decides to suit up with Giannis to replace Damian Lillard, then suddenly Chris Paul makes it an exciting NBA Finals. It could happen anytime. It can happen in July. It can happen in August. However long Chris Paul makes his decision. Now, I don't believe for a second this is the last year of GOAT King LeBron James. It's going to be 2 rings in 3 postseason appearances with LUKA. 9 total playoff series altogether. 4-1 series record, incoming championship, 8-1. Back-to-back years. King James, 89 wins 8 of 9 playoff series with LUKA and JJ Redick as coach. Kyle Kuzma, Taurean Prince, we've got former players who know GOAT King LeBron, who know Hachimura, who know Austin Reeves. We've got former players. They know Gabe Vincent. Former players. When you have Kuzma to the Bucks, makes you wonder, do they really do have something planned right here up their sleeve? Marketability, you get to watch the Freak against the King, the Greek God, Giannis, the Greek Freak against GOAT King LeBron. This is some great marketing the NBA gonna have. 2 instantly recognizable superstars instead of SGA and Tyrese Halliburton, which are not mainstream yet. Not everybody knows who these guys are. Tyrese Halliburton, SGA. Giannis and GOAT King LeBron, their names, their branding their marketing has gone back as far as the last decade for Giannis Goat King the Bond a long time. And you wonder why DeAndre Ayton is on this team in the first place. You said get another crack at Milwaukee. This is some mammoth style revenge kind of scripting that is going to be set into motion. I think it's an Illuminati clue that he's a number 22, and then suddenly the Bucks can fall to 2-2 in the NBA Finals. I mean, they have something. They definitely have something planned right there. They definitely do. I forgot to say this in the vid, but Athens is Gematria 22, and obviously the Bucks are going to fall to 2-2 in the NBA Finals. And the big part of that is the Athens Gematria that we see uh, in Giannis Antetokounmpo's part. That's something too that we must take into consideration. Sit back and enjoy the show. Goat King LeBron against Giannis. Goat King LeBron against his friend Chris Paul. Goat King LeBron against Darvin A. Goat King LeBron against Kyle Kuzma. The GOAT and the King beats the Prince Tyrion Prince. The two NBA Cup winners decide we now are ready to go for the championship and not just settle for some Mickey Mouse NBA Cup. No, we in the finals now. We in the finals now. Miles Turner returning to the finals. You always have that player who had NBA Finals experience. It just reminds me of Jamie Crowder. Crowder lost with the Heat. Then the Phoenix Suns signed him, and he lost the finals the very next year. So Miles Turner kind of reminds me of Crowder. He lost with the Heat, then he lost the following year after signing with the loser Phoenix Suns. So these kind of things certainly have happened in the past, where one guy loses the championship 2 years in a row. So it has already happened in recent history. So they want that finals experience on Milwaukee. That's why who lets a rival go to a division rival, unless if you're planning something very, very big. Because every little bit of experience and preparation in the locker room, this kind of stuff matters. It matters. DeAndre Ayton played in the NBA Finals. He was going to help the Lakers. Gabe Vincent played in the finals too. That's a pretty dope matchup. Bucks and Lakers is pretty dope. Greek Freak against Goat King LeBron. Imagine if this guy has a game-winning dunk over Giannis, this kind of thing. Goat King LeBron dunk over Giannis. My oh my, imagine that, imagine that. Oh, yeah, it's got the history there. Abdul-Jabbar won the title with Milwaukee. He won 5 rings on the Lakers. Goat King LeBron's 5th ring. Chris Paul was born exactly 5 months after Giannis's birthday. His birthday is December 6th, and then his birthday, Chris Paul, is May the 6th. If Chris Paul signs with the Bucks, then I think this is a done deal. Questions about the backcourt, but if Chris Paul signs with the Bucks, they're going to go on a run. Chris Paul, first year, loser Phoenix Suns, they made the finals. Chris Paul's first year with the Bucks, they're gonna make it to the finals. This guy should have some standards for himself. He should go for a championship and not just rot on the Spurs or rot on the loser Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul should show some competitive freaking pride. You should sign for a contender. Just you're just rotting away in retirement trying to sign with the loser Phoenix Suns. No pressure to do anything. Loser Suns may not even make the play-in next year because there are too many damn fucking good teams in the West. So why would he let his career rot away like that, Chris Paul? He can play in the weak East. Don't beat Orlando. Don't beat Detroit. Don't beat New York. New York will get served by Giannis. They'll get served by Antetokounmpo. Cleveland will do Cleveland things. It's just what Cleveland does. They're not even guaranteed to have the same kind of year they had this year. They could be a one-year wonder for all we know. But I mean, they're still a good playoff team, Cleveland. But how good are they really are? It's just like a one-year wonder kind of thing. OKC, not a one-year wonder. We know they're good. But Cleveland, are they really going to win 60 games next year? Something tells me, I don't think so. I don't think so. If the Celtics don't win 60 games, what team they're going to win 60 games? Probably be the New York Knicks next year. The New York Knicks probably have a good bench, and they'll show exactly what they were missing. They're running the starters down the ground, basically, is what Thibodeau did. So, but Goat King the Bond against Giannis. The stage has been set. It's big ratings domestically. It's great ratings in Europe. And this is from a business standpoint, this is going to make up for some very bad numbers from last year's Pacers Thunder matchup. International, domestic, big marketable name. This Lakers Bucks matchup is a winner for Adam Silver in the networks that even make the money of that their advertisers need to generate for their companies, whatever they're paying ESPN. So we'll see it. We'll see about that. They could fool everyone with betting on the Knicks to win the East or whatever, and they just have to wait until the second year of Mike Brown to make it to the NBA Finals. So this is where we at. I think the Knicks will be a second round exit. They could be 4-1 with Mike Brown and fall to 4-2 like LeBron James. This kind of thing. I think the sixth playoff series for Mike Brown with the New York Knicks got to be against Goat King LeBron. We'll see what happens. If they get upset by the Magic, the New York Knicks, if they get upset by Milwaukee or something like that. I think Milwaukee play New York in the NBA in-season cup, so we'll see. But this is the matchup I got. It's based off of a projection that Goat King LeBron is still going to win back-to-back rings. If he is coming back for 2 years, no chance he plays the Knicks this year. If he's going to retire after this season, this year's finals is against the Knicks. But that's only if he's going to retire after this year. If he retires at 42 years of age, like I'm expecting him to, then we just have to wait until the following season to see LA against New York. And again, Mike and Kareem were born at New York City. The sixth ring has to happen at the birthplace. We can avoid the Knicks trap. We can eye a very good squib that people will not envision happening. Because nobody envisioned Indiana against Oklahoma City. So it's good to go outside the box a little bit and, just don't think that New York is going to be automatic for next season. Because I can tell you, the plan is for that to definitely be the sixth ring. And so let's go. The King defeat the Greek Freak. Let's go. I can't wait.